It might just be me, but I don't know. Video games just don't seem to hit the same anymore. And I've come to this conclusion as I'm not really sure what's really going on and just in life. And it could just be me getting older and stuff, but I think it's a bit of both of me getting older and then also how the industry of gaming has just changed. It's not the same as it was before. And, I think that has a lot to do with just how games are set up now. And I was watching a few videos too, kind of trying to explaining why video games don't hit the same. And it basically talked about, the arrival of Fortnite and how Fortnite added in all this stuff with, microtransactions and how to make money and stuff like that. And every other company has now kind of followed suit. And now like games just have everything in it now where they have all this stuff and all these gifts and prizes and everything costs money where it doesn't feel enjoyable anymore. It doesn't feel worthy. And then also like games that might not have that much or don't matter, like the games that are free, but you can get money for just skins. It makes it seem like in those games, if you're not good at the game or reaching for top 250, it's like, all right, you suck and the game's not enjoyable. And so I think that's another big mindset thing as well too. Because I don't know. I'm sitting here like for the last 2 hours trying to figure out what game I want to play. And I've been enjoying Minecraft. Don't get it twisted, but I'd still love to play other games as well too. Because sometimes in Minecraft, a lot goes on in your survival mode, and you just need a break. And I'd love to go to another game that I play without, you know, all the stuff that comes with Minecraft. And I'm struggling to find it. I have no idea. I seen all this news about a game called The Division 2 that had came out many years ago that I played and loved. But I downloaded it and got on it, and I was just like, nah, like I just don't want to play this. And so now I find myself trying to figure out what the next path is for me. I've always loved Call of Duty, of course, that's always been my thing. But I'm not really a fan of playing like the really old Call of Duties. If I were, it'd be like zombies. But playing multiplayer and stuff on there, like I just don't enjoy those anymore. And so I don't really know. I'm not sure where to go from here, but games have just changed, and maybe it's probably the best for me to just not really have that many games to play and start accepting that, like, hey, you're not gonna like as much because I don't know, I just haven't been enjoying it. Have not been enjoying it at all. I've been loving Minecraft for sure. That's been fun, but some of these other games just I don't know, it's just not in it for me, and it sucks, and it's definitely something I'm trying to figure out, but I don't know, something's off. I spent like so much time in video games when I was a kid, and now I just go on Steam and I look at the different games, and I'm just like, what are these? And I know everyone talks about that game, Arc Raiders, and it looks like a cool game, but that's not really my thing. And I feel like now I don't even know what type of game I'm even looking for anymore. I really have no idea. I just want a game that I just have fun. I have fun. I can be aggressive or be really good when I want to. I can chill out and relax when I want to. Uh, Something like that. But I also want to mind a game too, where you're leveling up and you're grinding for something. But still, it's easier said than done. I seen they also had announced this Sword Art Online game, but that doesn't come out until like the summer, I think. So who knows about that game too? That game might end up not being good as well. And yeah, it's just like maybe I'm just doomed to not play video games that much anymore, and really just I don't know, stick to other things outside of that because it's looking tough. It's not in the best cards right now. And, as life goes on, you just have this sense of what's in it for you next time, and how can you enjoy. And so I just have to figure out what my next path is and keep my purpose right and make sure I'm doing things in my life in the right way. And just ask myself, like, hey, like, is there any games out there that I can play and just actually get off and enjoy myself? And I'm not sure yet. But I know in due time it'll come. I'll figure it out. And if not, and there's no games and I just gotta play Minecraft, then so be it. Because I don't know, something about this new generation and industry of games is just not the same. There's a game that dropped for only like a month. It was called High Guard, and it wasn't getting the traction it needed, and it shut down within a month of it being released. And that's the state of games now. It's like if you can't hook people, you're done, and people are gonna give up on it. Or people criticize a lot about games. There's a game that just came out called Marathon that people were already critiquing about it because they're comparing it to Arc Raiders, and it's like, yo, like this game just came out and you're already calling it trash. And so, yeah, that's just a big deal. And so, it's more so just figuring out my right lane. Maybe start playing different genres of games. I've grown up where I always just played Call of Duty and 2K, and that was always my life in gaming. Now maybe I should switch it up, start playing like story games or something, or RPGs. I don't know, something. I don't know yet, but I'll definitely figure it out because this definitely sucks. Of course, you could do other stuff outside of gaming, and I do have hobbies outside of gaming that are fun. But it is good at times to just sit down and just play a game. With no distractions and nothing. You're just playing the game. I did play Spider-Man Remastered not too long ago, and that was fun. And so I enjoyed that. But I beat that game now, so now I just gotta figure out what my next path is, and I know I'll get it right. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about video games in today's culture and how you feel. Hopefully, I'm not the only one, but if I am, that's all right. I'll see what you guys say.